was waiting for
Fred.
that.
Worst. The worst just joined.
um, so the last time you guys left off, you'd gotten off with the mimic, and moved towards Jerome again, and started talking to him. Like two on my screen where you guys are standing, but you might change your minds. I don't know. We're just kind of filling in a little bit of the gap.
Yeah, I want to know more about the father. Or whatever. I could find him north up the stairs to go.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a little confused because I thought we were told that it was a female and it was something different. Where's the Xenex? Xenex? Annex or whatever her name, and so maybe. See, I don't. She's a great goddess.
You're you're remembering what
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my understanding also.
that makes a lot more sense. Okay, cool.
Was that like I think the father's just like the head of like all of the acolytes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and like one of the acolytes said my tattoos were like something to do with the father, so I'm like trying to figure that out.
He's got daddy issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I would have
I
thought
like
of it.
how we all were just like, yep. Know that story.
No
A little
comment
too well.
required.
Yeah. uh, all of our fucked upness. Great.
He's all good.
So are we done talking to Jerome?
Who was talking to Jerome? I don't even know if I was there or not. It looks like I wasn't, but I was just hanging out. I guess that's what.
I don't know if any of us were there at this point because I think we're all pretty rum toxicated.
Intoxicated.
I would attest to that.
The DM, yeah, we're all like, fuck, like I have no fucking clue.
Josh is listening to the recording, and we're not even like coherent at the end, probably.
We're like, roll 20. Yeah. Ask that bad guy.
I guess I would have followed Idril. I don't know where Idril is though.
North.
Hmm.
Idril's on a mission.
Okay.
He's got a mind of his own right now.
Like purposefully trying to.
Yes.
Okay. Well then.
He has a mystery and he's determined to solve it.
Okay.
because he needs to save the world.
Don't put
Alright.
it all on your shoulders. It's okay. Let us in.
Nope.
Nah, son. Okay.
Adriel don't play
I-
those games.
So I thought I was following you, Idril. And where'd you go? We were talking to Jerome.
Yeah, I just kept going north. I'll
I think-
come back down. Boop, 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 boop,
Oh,
boop.
okay. Wait, north?
I'm by Thea.
Yeah, if I saw
Oh.
you leave, I would have tried to follow. I don't know if I would have been as fast.
Well, where I'm at right now is where we ended, and then I had
Or
started to move
rather,
my
where you ended, Idril, actually, because
Yeah. where I ended.
because he was headed north, and everybody else was
Okay.
like, "Talk to Jerome." That was the last thing that you guys left off with.
Yeah, I asked Jerome my questions, and I was like, "Cool, got my answers. Peace out." And
Okay.
then
Cool. Shia just has to figure out how to get down from this bridge.
jump.
Jump.
There's a ton of other rooms here.
Wait, wasn't there something in the room where Jerome is?
It's like a storage closet, wasn't it?
Mhm.
We were trying to
was-
steal from it.
Yeah, someone stole like meat from it.
Yeah, there's like salted meats and cheeses
What?
Oh, I
and
don't remember that.
crystals.
'Cause I would have taken some food.
It's a pantry? Jerome's in the fucking pantry?
He's,
That's the
he's
place.
He's selling it.
He's in the closet.
He's in
Aw.
the closet.
poor Jerome.
Getting information from his father.
Oh,
From
gosh.
his daddy.
Oh no. This
So
is
does
the-
anybody
Daddy.
remember
it's getting worse.
like what the last thing we did last week was? Because I don't.
Yeah, the
I know
last
we were
thing
just
I
talking about
remember,
that.
the last thing I remember was that somebody needed to come talk to Jerome, so we all piled into the room and was like, "All right."
Me.
There's also a lot of
I just-
accents in his name.
I just remember writing a song. Which I have.
Let's sing a song for Squall eventually.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
two
Just wait.
two accents is a lot of accents. I miss.
There's
Oh.
3?
She's talking about
Two?
the accents over Jerome's name.
Jerome.
Jerome.
Right? Like Jeremiah. Like
Just
Well-
his name is just like a really excessive smoker's cough.
I like that. Yes.
I like
Like
the
something in the back of your throat.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the father feels. Trying to get it out.
Yeah. Almost like Gollum.
Oh my god, yeah.
The only thing that's on like the side chat, the last thing is that Josh put Shia might sing a song of long rest.
Yes.
And
Oh.
I just went
I-
back to the summary, and it was Shia, Zeph, and Mime making sure that you guys had put that 6 gold pieces in giant gold pieces in your
Where the
inventory.
fuck
that's-
did we get giant?
Yeah, we walked into a room and there was a bunch of. There wasn't remember the comma? There wasn't
had-
a comma, and it
Well,
was
you
like
had the
giant-
descriptors mixed up.
yeah, giant pile of gold instead of pile of giant gold or something
Yeah.
like that.
Jesus, how drunk was I last week? I apologize, guys. I don't remember any of this.
You
I knew you were-
remember fighting the mimic?
Yeah.
I knew
That was a treasure chest. Well, it was a chest, and then it turned into a mimic. And then
Classic
Idril,
Mimic.
Idril was in there by himself, and he was like, "Shit!"
I
And he
do
like
remember
ran
that.
out, and then everyone ran in, and then he was like, "Well, okay."
Then you closed the door and locked someone in there. I think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause like
that-
it was
That was me.
just cause it was just me. It was just Idril and Mime in there, and I started getting attacked by this mimic. So I like ran out, and like was yelling to Mime to close the door, and then everyone had their turn and like ran in, and then Mime closed the door behind everybody.
That's when I knew Mime was drunk, and also you started complaining about the fox being disappeared. The deer fox.
Mime being drunk makes a lot of sense now because Mime was being excessive.
I actually said that to Ike after we got off. I was like, no, Mimi did a lot this time. Like, she was talking a lot.
Mime ran in every room in this map, probably.
I was
Not
drinking.
yet. Not yet.
There were lots of gin and tonics last time. I didn't realize they got me that drunk. Okay. So
You gotta be careful with those gin and tonics.
yeah,
These
man.
goddamn
dangerous.
GTs, my man.
Yep.
Oh. There's plenty of times where I've showed up still drunk at work, and it's because of those goddamn gin and tonics.
I know. Creepy bastards.
Creepy.
Back
Like-
when you could attend concerts. Oh, sneaky,
Oh.
like sneaky hobbitses.
Yeah.
Trixie.
It's funny because I actually just started rewatching like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and the commentaries and the appendices.
I am not surprised because I've
That's
been getting a lot of commercials for Lord of the Rings. Like
It's
Really?
on Hulu.
in all of my TV stuff, I was like, I'm gonna need to watch the Lord of the Rings series again. Like,
Yeah. I just started this week. I popped the first Hobbit movie in, just like
Like a
while I
drug.
was while I was working, and I like
Hobbit.
I watched the movie through, and then I rewatched it with the commentary, and then I plan to do that with the rest of the movies.
Always watch the extended cuts. It pissed me off so much.
I've never seen the theatrical versions.
Yeah, so they leave out plot points. Like
Yeah, because
theatrical versions leave out plot points, and it like blows my mind.
Why?
Anyway, like you don't leave plot
'cause
points out.
I think a lot of the stuff they leave out is just like re-emphasizing plot points, like making the plot point more clearer, like reinforcing it, and they take them out of the theatrical because of running time and because they're like, well, we don't need to reinforce this, or
Yeah, but they're wrong.
or they're fitting it for like the people who
already
like,
know.
they're fitting it for the people who like are just there to watch the movie as like a standalone, or who are not as familiar with like the whole
Yeah.
like the
trilogy.
whole like, well, whatever you call 6 movies.
Zeph, while you're just walking through there, this one acolyte is just kind of nodding to you, just like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, as you walked by the first time, and he just kind of really just ignores you the second time, but he's standing there resolutely.
I'm gonna kind of nod back and then walk back over to where everybody else is.
How old is Zeph?
I
Yeah.
am.
There.
Yeah,
So
Thea's not anywhere near Zeph, so I guess I'm just gonna be yelling it.
I'm
Yeah.
30.
30? Okay.
Does anyone else see this comment from last time that says "Here's slithering in the wall"?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's because I remember I was curious about, I thought there was on the map it showed like a light in between the wall, and I was like, oh, it must be just like a little fluke Josh did, and Josh was like, is it? And he's like, you hear slithering, and I was like, what? So I wrote it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I also think
Yeah.
we should get these shirts. Should we be
I'm glad-
extra normal? We should be extra always.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I-
you did write it, because I caught that in the review actually too, and probably wouldn't have if you didn't.
There's a lot
Chat.
we would have missed if we didn't go back.
There's a basilisk. All right, so
Harry,
I can't find the chat.
you're the chosen one, Harry.
oh, why is it red over here? There's a crystal, guys.
So when I
That's why I was just
opened-
coming back over to say that there were more rooms like over on the side.
And Idril, to kind of describe the room that you can see from when you're stepping into that spot, just as you pass through, there's a wall that's kind of straddling the river as you came up to it, and when you looked into this chamber up here, it's a little bit lower, probably closer to 20 feet, but not that much lower, and it gets even smaller up towards I'm checking to make sure that you can see it. I just moved you up a little bit. Yeah, you can. It gets shorter, even closer up to the dais up there, where you can see a figure off into the back on top of what seems to be a ramshackled, almost throne-like thing, and you see some people just kind of milling about eating inside of this larger chamber here, with a lot more and kind of this of the bubbling fluid throughout the chamber, through the center and off to the sides, as well as the source of it would appear to be where the dais or the smaller area up towards the front where that throne was or is.
I had a thought while we were away that this could be the sewer.
Wait, what?
I was just thinking it's like a water system
Oh,
towards the semi-underground.
Oh, and we swam in it.
This is their
Yeah,
place
and
of
we were like,
worship.
Hey,
Hey,
is
see,
their
every
holy
building
water.
needs a sewer, yeah. Or water control.
as you
With holy water in it.
neared the steps to there, Idril, you see somewhat fading back into existence the deer fox, and it just
Where?
oh, that bastard.
you see it
Ooh, yeah. I like-
Sneaky mother.
bounds up
Follow
this way and straight up these little steps and jumps up onto the onto the side of the armchair and kind of turns to you and then starts to fade away again.
I approach this person.
He's very startled. He was in the midst of eating. Whoa! Hey, hello there.
Oh, I guess I'm standing on the table. Whoops.
A little bit. We'll ignore that fact.
I didn't
You can
realize
go
it was a table till I scrolled in. It'll just bounce up the steps and jumps on top of the table. It's like, hey!
Ready for fucking action. Go!
No, he steps off the table.
He greets you and says, "My name is Father Alaklam, and who are you?"
He's the daddy.
Oh, I am Idril.
Is that your only title? Where do you come from, and why are you here? I was in the middle of eating.
What was his name again?
I'll make it easier and just say,
No, I was gonna write it down, and then we were continuing the conversation, and then I had
Oh, you're
short-term
good.
memory loss and forgot it.
Just like real life.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could just ask him, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, That's what I do whenever I am in real life and I forget it.
Yeah. What's your name again?
It was Alaklam.
Aleklam. Cool.
Sounds like a delicious meal.
Yeah, like clam chowder.
Like a French meal. We are serving à la clam today.
Yeah.
That's
Would
how I'm
you
gonna
like
spell it.
the savory sauce?
That's how I'm gonna spell it too.
Of Hero.
God bless you.
Hold on. Let me look
Well,
at
it's
my.
nice to meet you, Idril. I'm not quite sure what you're doing here, but I was in the midst of eating, and I wouldn't mind getting back to it.
A few questions for you, sir. If you would please answer them for me.
Well, if you ask so kindly, what is it?
So I have these tattoos on my body, and I was told that they resembled your religion or something, or that you might be able to tell me more about them.
He kind of gets the the shifty eyes where he's like looking to side, almost if anybody else is paying attention around the room.
I
I'm paying attention.
step up to the side to so he doesn't have to shout across the table. I see him being shifty, so I like try to encourage him by like just
Moving
between you and
closer.
me. Just between you and me.
Ah, well,
Get
just
closer.
between you and me, and I can't quite see anything on you, but
Not showing right now.
Get close.
I said they're not showing right now. They
mm,
only show at night.
so that is interesting. I am versed in such matters, and I would be able to provide such information. Maybe if you can do me a favor.
What is this favor that you ask for?
Well, you see the food on this table and the food on the other tables. They're rather short in the sense that we've been locked in this level. Um, I've heard word though that you made it down to the other floor, so back to the original floor we started on actually, which is useful to us of and in itself. But it would be nice if we could also get some more sustenance on from this floor. And how we've been surviving since we've been locked at this level is the goddess has provided for us by summoning these creatures, and we kill them, and they provide food, sometimes gemstones, the others, and in between that we can occasionally steal one item off them or the other.
Close your ears, Shia.
So you would
So
like me to get you some more sustenance from the lower levels?
no, that is close, but it was actually one of the acolytes that you had spoken to, as I've heard. You know there's a summoning happening in the southern chamber, that is supposed to be the next strongest creature in this level that we are having to fight off regularly, and it normally took a full everybody's attention to finish. But I think you guys might be able to handle it.
Fight this beast or creature that it has been taking your food that is being summoned in the southern quarter.
That's more of a side note thing for me, but he wasn't taking the food. He is their food.
Oh. Okay.
So the little fox that's been running around you've been following, they're gonna eat that. Right.
Or is that the creatures he's referencing?
No, I don't think so, right?
I don't know what creatures he's.
I'll
So-
happily kill this beast for you so that you may fill your tables with plentiful meat.
Wonderful.
That's right. That's right, he will.
I whip out my bow and I turn around and start heading south again.
Two things. Can I make a perception check to see if I heard that conversation?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, you can.
Wow. Okay. Oh my god, I have a +6 to perception. 19.
You just noticed that they were whispering amongst themselves, basically, after Idril had introduced himself.
Okay, second thing. If Acolyte 6 attention is on that food, can I try and steal a bottle of wine?
Oh, absolutely. Roll a sleight of hand.
Cool. Whale shit. 6.
So
You go to grab, and as soon as you do, it kind of clinks off the bottle right next to it as you're pulling it into your off of the shelf. Basically, he kind of turns over his head. And he's like, "Oh, that's a nice vintage. Enjoy."
Oh, you guys are so nice. Thanks. I take it
So,
and I follow Idril.
Mime's gonna
Josh-
walk up.
Nope. Okay.
Go ahead.
Good.
Jinx, you guys both owe me sodas. No. You guys want you guys could roll to go see who goes first. I don't mind.
Roll
Let's
for
go, go ahead.
everything.
Okay. Josh, I walked into a room with a crystal.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the guy that was standing outside of it would have greeted you and also told you, yeah, we're still working on this one here. It's if you were on the first level, you know that it needs charged.
Ah, okay. So if we took, did we take the crystal? No, we went up the stairs, right? Group, hats off. Did we
went
go up the
Yes,
stairs?
we got
went
rid
up
of the
the
frog,
s-
right?
Yeah, we went up the stairs, but I don't know what we did with the crystal because we got it out from behind the waterfall. At least I thought we did.
Who
Yeah, we
who
did.
grabbed it from behind the waterfall? Was it you, Squall?
Yeah,
Do you still have it?
I should, and I should still have the watermelon-sized one.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, sorry, my thing stopped working. So
Squall,
obviously I didn't hear anything you guys just said.
Squall was just confirming that he does have the crystal that you're asking about.
Bless you.
So we defeated the waterfall?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sort of.
Yeah. Squall
We
behind it and took the
snuck
crystal.
behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
We
it
like
was saying
stopped.
that
We
he,
stopped attacking it, and it stopped attacking us, and then we just like sneakily took the crystal.
Squall also has the crystal from the frog too.
Indeed.
Okay.
Oh, because the frog produced a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
Interesting.
Shia acknowledges, because obviously she would have remembered that,
It only
she
happened
goes,
at the
I
end.
believe we have the sustenance to energize this crystal.
He kind of looks intrigued. You do, you say?
Yeah, what
Where might you have acquired said crystal?
down on the basement. There is a frog creature we defeated, and behind a waterfall, there was another crystal.
He looks at you kind of confused, but at the mention of the waterfall, he kind of gets in a light bulb moment and goes, "Oh, you're talking about the water elemental. That'll charge the first floor, or rather the second floor, because that's where you were. It seems like you're misconceiving which is the first and second floors. Apparently, the Crystal Tower likes to play tricks on everyone here, and sometimes it even moves rooms around. So you'll end up on a second or third or fourth or fifth or 100th floor.
Dear.
We don't know most of the time.
So this is the third floor?
Yes, as to us anyways. We had made it to that first level that you're referring to. It was also ours. And we actually lost an acolyte down there, but he was at a lower level and he was off doing his thing while collecting some healthy shrooms. We made it to the third, what we thought was the second level, and after the father told us and spoke with the goddess, we're ended up on the third level.
The father spoke to the goddess. Okay, well, thank you. That has been very informative.
But
I
that's
hope you have
not.
a lovely
we've heard
day.
before.
What?
That's not what like the other acolyte. Because there were two ways to ascend.
I think what he's saying is that they don't know that. Like, he went up to this level and that the people below have never experienced like a higher level,
Okay.
so they don't really understand.
Okay.
when you're looking at
Fucking Craig.
when you're looking at the acolyte, and he had been in the midst of kind of shoveling his face basically at this point, and he goes to take a drink of his healthily frothing mug, and stares at you, staring at his food almost with your lip puckered out, and your eyes kind of knifed almost to almost crying almost. He stops just before the liquid hits his mouth, and he goes, can I help you?
Yeah, and I ask him what is that he's eating.
Oh, fortunately, I'm at the lower level of acolyte here. I haven't been here with them very much, but it still gets the job done. I've got some bread and got some leeks and carrots. And this right here, though, is a brew of healthy shrooms that we ferment into our own drink, actually.
Dear.
Shia wishes she was listening to this.
Mime's gonna ask where it came from, or if there's more.
Oh, yeah. If you talk to Jerome, and if the father probably too, I mean, and he kind of goes down after you had said that, and he breaks off a loaf of his bread, like in half, basically, because he'd had a full loaf besides one bite out of it. He breaks off the half that he hasn't bitten off and hands it to you and says, besides going over to them, you can have some of my food if you'd like. And my name is Shreem. What is yours?
Shreem?
Shreem.
Come on, Shireen. Da, 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 da.
It still just says acolytes. I was waiting for the spelling.
Oh, gotcha. It's gonna be real bad, just so you know.
That's okay.
How many accent marks does it have? That's what really counts.
Another sneezing name.
So I'm looking in my inventory of what I have, and I have 3 helpings of cheese here. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna look extremely thankful, and not say a whole lot, but I'm gonna hand him one of my helpings of cheese.
And he kind of looks at shocked, and then just holds his hand out. Well, thank you. Might I know your name, kind person? He stumbles.
So Mime looks at the floor and shuffles and looks up and mumbles out real quietly. They call me Mime.
Well, thank you, Mime. And let the goddess be with you. And he goes back to eating.
Yeah. And then Mime nods and runs off to find out where everybody else went. Oh, apparently into a bedroom.
Yeah,
Right,
so
are there
you
2 Acolyte 14s?
you maybe you
Oh, no, not
see
Shireen.
an older gentleman laying down in a bed, and this seems to be a bit more of there's a desk as you walked into, and there are just 2 sleeping like not cots even, they've got some hay underneath of them, there's some blankets and some pillows.
Can I
And
investigate the desk?
you don't have to investigate that much. You can see that the desk seems to have a spill of like wax. Somebody had apparently just spilled wax all over as they were trying to stamp. So they hadn't cleaned it up yet, but there's at least a piece of parchment and a quill and a bottle of ink right next to it as well.
Okay.
But if you wanted to investigate more, you can only see that the table is flat and It has 4 legs. Doesn't seem to have any drawers or anything like that.
Well, I'm gonna again go find everybody else and eat bread that I have.
So Shia is going to walk back into the main room, kind of follow where everyone would have been going, and kind of sees this guy on a chair and is like, that must be the father. And so she kind of like walks up and to you. I have a few questions. Are you the father?
He pauses with like a fork in his hand and a bite of meat just about in his mouth, and he goes, yeah. What of it?
So you speak to the goddess. You're the goddess's voice.
Ah, yes, that is me.
Oh, wonderful. I am looking for the goddess. My village is under attack by some sort of darkness, and I'm looking for, how to save them and figure out what is even going on. So, if I can talk to her through you, that would be pretty awesome. Or if we have more direct route to get to her, that would also be really awesome. Because people are dying, and I want to, stop people from dying. If you get what I mean, get my drift.
Roll a perception for me real quick.
Perception, not persuasion.
Correct.
Hello.
Hi.
Don't tell me he's like not actually the father.
Hello.
We're here. Can you hear us?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
My chat on Astral is weird. Like I can't pull up.
Can't pull up.
Can't pull up the chat where you guys like roll and stuff unless I like bump it out as a separate window.
Oh,
Sometimes
well-
if I zoom in, it does that.
Oh. So if you hold control, it might be the problem too. I don't know. There we go, 23. Very nice. So you notice, like, still fork in hand, he just put it in his mouth, and when you would start to mention being, more so the voice of the goddess even farther and wanting to talk to her, you've seen a slight sweat break out on his brow. And he pulls the fork out, and he's chewing for a second, and he kind of stares at you with his eyes are getting a little squintier. And he says, that might be hard. She isn't an easy one to get a hold of.
Shia slowly walks towards him and does like a squinty eye. Like, yeah, she's a little hard to get to.
That is correct. She can't be dealing with everyone's problems. Otherwise,
When's the last time you talked to her?
She talks to me when she deems it is necessary. So if the suffering of your village and or town is and he's starting to stumble a little bit now.
Now, what's this goddess's role, or like, what am I trying to say? Like, goals? Like, what's this goddess's views? Like, what are her intentions? Like, some gods have like knowledge and power, and like I just kind of want to know what this goddess is
And he
what's
takes
her intentions.
He takes a deep breath and he goes and he kind of
composes himself, you see, well, the goddess is of Sashat. She is of the
What?
religion and the mind and books and knowledge. She is very worldly and has much knowledge. And she likes many people to do the same. And have their ideals set on gaining said knowledge and understanding the world that they live in and documenting it, of course. And he kind of seems to get gotten into a rhythm, and he's starting to get a little preachy almost to you, where he's, and she believes too that the world has its rights and its wrongs, and it needs to be this way and that way.
Okay, there, big boy. She leans in and goes, what's with the fake? Can't fool me. I see right through this. Seen this before. Why are you pretending here? What does this get?
That would be a persuasion.
Okay.
Intimidation.
And you have advantage right now. Yeah. It could be intimidation if you're trying to intimidate, but I think she's trying to persuade him to talk. You know?
I'm just saying.
Son of a bitch.
You got a 15.
Yeah, that's good. It's all right.
He kind of starts to break a little bit around the seams, you see, and he says, "You know, she hasn't talked to me in some time. I'm not sure why it is." And he kind of looks over his shoulder. But I have some ideas.
Okay, so she just so what's the last thing she said to you?
She'd asked us to proceed into the tower as a whole, and the group of us, and worshiping her, you know, in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding her. And that's why we gotten to where we are. But after that, there was a lot of things that went wrong, and I've had to and he kind of gets a little bit more shifty, and he's starting to sweat a little bit more, and he's looking behind him, and you start. Just give me a perception real quick.
Okay. I feel like my previous perception would have rolled right on over. Give me a second.
Oh man.
Son of a bitch! I have a +6 in perception too, so
Jeez.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah, that was a 3. You get in the throne that he's sitting in. And he can keep that.
Wait, I stepped away.
Field. Goatish eyes and snout comes screaming out from behind and kind of rams you and pushes you back off the top, probably about here, and you take, because unless it's 19 to hit, which I think it hit, right?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that's what I thought. 1d6.
Oh, just hits. Wow.
And you take 6 damage from that as he comes out with his head first and kind of rams you off the side, basically. And then you're gonna roll initiative too.
It was pretty far down the corridor. I'm not sure how echoey this place is, but would I have like heard a shout? Or like the echo of a shout? I'm pretty far away, but I'm just wondering.
You would have heard. I mean, if you want to roll perception for me too.
I could do that.
I swear I get one decent roll and then the rest are just garbage.
Oh my gosh. So we got
Great perception, but it's not horrible.
14. You hear the faintest of noises far off in the distance that would have peaked a note to you, but you may have even, pushed off as one of the acolytes around you scuffing around. And as you'd kind of run past this one here, I moved around a little bit. He was kind of bowing to you and thanking you for the saving in the chamber where the mimic kind of came out of the wall, where you guys were before, and he goes back into his room, where he was previously, but was thanking you at that moment as well.
I'll like pause and turn around to Thea and be like, "Did you hear that?"
Perception. I'm running back to my computer. 1 minute.
Like, Israel's not sure if he just like heard the wind or.
Good call. I got a 20. A dirty 20.
Okay. You heard a more distinct sound, at least from where you were at, and you could at least relate it to that it was Shia, but you don't know what it was, and it didn't sound too alarming, but you can only assume that it must have been, considering that she's now nowhere near in sight.
Okay, so that was definitely Shia. She could have been singing, or something could be very wrong. I'm not sure which of those two is happening. Should we
Probably
go check on
definitely
her?
singing.
Idril decides that she is probably just singing and continues.
Ooh. Okay.
He's trying to find the southern corridor, so this is not that room. He keeps going down.
And the helpful acolyte kind of from before that had asked, or rather said thank you for excuse me, are you looking for the southern chamber? Did the father send you on the mission?
Yes, I'm on the mission.
Ah, yes. He's always recruiting for such a task, and you guys all look in presumably strong adventurers here, and the word has been passed.
I'm still holding my bow.
and the word has been passed to him that we have new hands. My name is we didn't get acquainted before. I was trying to ask what was going on when you activated that statue in there, but my name is Kareem.
Hello, Kareem.
And hi, and who might you be?
I am Idril. Would you be so kind as to show me where the southern corridor is so that I may kill this beast for you?
Oh, right. Yes. Follow me.
So did some people go up to where Shia was and Idril went down? Like,
yeah, Idril's kind of an asshole. And like is
yeah,
not
I know.
about.
Thea's like in the middle, like,
Yeah, Idril doesn't really care about saving people. So. He's like, if you can't take care of yourself, then tough luck.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and investigate. If it was singing, Thea wants to hear it.
Yeah, he has a Darwin complex.
Okay, so you made it back to that chamber. It looks like Thea. Squall, have you been in this spot basically the whole time too? It looks like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where I've been.
Okay, so you definitely heard the scream, and it looks like
Okay.
Mime, you would started up into the area too, but I didn't know how far you would have been. I think you were back closer towards the group before.
Yeah, I heard the scream up. So I don't know how far I could have gone. I just kept
Okay.
fast. My little legs are fast.
It makes me think of you've watched Surf's Up.
I have not.
No.
It oh damn it. There's this little
Aw.
kiwi, and he's my favorite thing. He's like a manager, so he has like this like, oh, I gotta handle everything, and then there's like this asshole guy that's like basically like, oh, I'm super cool, and
Penguin
he was
movie.
just like,
Yeah.
huh?
The
Yeah.
Penguin movie. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
the
it.
penguin movie with the surfing, and then he's like, look at his
Yeah.
little feet. He's like, look at his little feet. Go, tickety tickety. Yeah. He's so cute. First off, if you guys have not watched this, it's
That
one
is
of
a
my
good movie.
favorite movies. It's
It's a
so
good
good.
movie. Yeah. I think I've only seen it once, like when it first
Back
came
whenever
out.
you were young, like a normal
Yeah.
human being. Sorry.
I mean, it was released in 2007, so I'm pretty sure I probably watched it when I was in like 8th or 9th grade.
Don't judge. Children's movies are a nice separation from the real world.
I
I-
forgot about this movie actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened last week, so I don't remember what happened in 2007 for sure.
Well, I just looked it up. I'm multitasking right now, so it's cool. It's got Shia LaBeouf, Jeff Bridges, Zoe Deschanel, and a few other people that I don't recognize.
Playing penguins.
Yeah, they're the voices. They're the
I
voices.
want to see
It's kind
Shia
of
LaBeouf penguin.
it's
Yeah,
kind of like if you think of like Happy Feet,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like that, but like they're surfer penguins.
except it's a lot. The humor is
Yeah.
there's yeah. It's like it's done as like a
Like-
documentation style, and it's very humorous.
And there's like this random chicken.
oh god, Chicken Joe, my man. He's like this super high chicken from Wisconsin, and
Yeah.
just like ends up winning the
He's
the
just,
surfing
like-
competition because he's
Yeah.
like was super clueless. It's great.
Yeah, he's just like the most high, like the entire time. He's like maximum high all the time.
What I want to inspire in life.
Right? Now I need to watch this again. Is this what's it on? Is it on Netflix?
I feel like it's on.
Ooh,
Netflix.
it is on Netflix.
Whoa.
I'ma add
Guys.
that to my list.
We just got completely side railed. Okay,
Yeah.
so can
was-
Shia react?
Little advertisement blurb for Netflix, you know. Wish we got endorsed by them, that'd be great. But
Yeah, people are like listening and they're like, can we get back to the game?
so I need Mime and Squall to roll some initiative real quick for me.
Alrighty.
Hey, Josh, while they're rolling
So-
initiative, can I ask this acolyte what the sign on this door means by death fog?
He's the acolyte that you see here. He's kind of roasting a spit of meat over a fire that's in here, and he's I did not put him in there, but inside the room too. The rooms are also shelved similarly to what you had seen before, kind of stockpiled goods and such. And he looks up from his task and goes, "Oh, yeah, I hope you didn't open that. That sign is intended because if it opens, it could fill this entire floor with this poisonous gas,
Shit.
almost imperceptible,
He's probably bluffing.
but you can.
Listen, it was really tempting to just open it and walk up in there, but it clearly says "Do not open door. Death fog upstairs."
And we've lost an acolyte or two in the room itself, who decided
That's
to
what we
commit
call.
suicide.
That's what we call Idril's farts.
Where,
Mimi, I'm
where-
not seeing your.
I know, it's not letting me roll. I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, okay.
I'm clicking on initiative and it's
8:15.
talking to me about what that means. It's not letting me like send it.
Okay. You can just.
No.
If you're in.
What dice should I?
Are you in D&D Beyond or something that's where it wasn't letting you send? Hey.
I don't know
So-
how I did that.
If you go to Astral and just roll a d20 for me.
Because I have plus. Here, I'll roll
You-
it. Oh. I'll roll it.
That works. That you get a 3 in
Pop
here.
up.
Just pick your favorite number between 1 and 20.
Wait, that's like no,
20.
That's not what I rolled. 3 is like what's on my character. But it's 4 in D&D Beyond.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That I just scrolled over it.
There we
It does just say
Now
initiative.
that's my roll. This last one's
Okay.
my roll. I hit the number instead of the word. My bad.
Hey, that tracked actually too because it went straight on to my initiative tracker instead of
cool.
the other ones. So you're not darting this guy, Zeph?
No, I was like wiping off my keyboard and bumped a button, and I was like,
I seen that pop up in chat too, and I was like, "Oh, that escalated quickly."
no, I just was
Yeah.
gonna ask him like, how did the fog appear there? Like, how do they know where it originated from?
Well, it has always been in that room since we've achieved this level of ascension, and it was closed, and somebody opened it, and when they went in, it was pretty much immediate death within 5 seconds or so.
Okay, cool.
It's a
Uh,
cult.
Idril must have gone to the bathroom.
Thank you, and walk back out and try and find everybody else.
Idril's on a mission of murder.
Oh.
He kind of nods his head off to you and says, "It's not a problem. If you're looking for any food, I'm always willing to slip somebody something." And he goes back to his rotating of meat.
Wink, wink.
I'm gonna nod and be like, so I take stuff.
You roboted there. You take stuff, you said?
I'm gonna nod at him and just be like, so I can just take stuff?
And he kind of gets a glint in his eye and he says, "Well, yeah, Jerome's not around here. That bastard is one anal motherfucker." And he goes back to rotating his
I'm gonna nod and be like, yeah, I met him. And then I'm gonna walk over to the shelf and take a bunch of salted meats and cheeses.
Okay. He doesn't seem to care at all.
I'll take 10 of each. If there's that many.
Yep. He doesn't seem to care, but he does make the flippant comment. "Oh, you're going off somewhere, eh? Packing up?"
Yeah, I'm traveling with somebody who likes food.
I hear you. I'm right there with them. That's why I'm cooking this meat.
And then I'll leave. And I'll tell him thank you for food.
And he tips his head off to you. "Pleasure. Anytime you need a chat."
He's headless Nick. He tips his head off.
Nearly headless, Nick.
Yeah.
Why are
thank
you called nearly headless?
So,
Hey.
It would be the second satyr's turn here. He comes rushing over, jumps over the side here. He's gonna roll his freaking.
Is Josh, question. Is there like a round where it's just like the two satyrs and then myself before other people jump in? Because I feel like, or I guess it
It
depends on how because we had, there was some talking time, and I don't know how fast people would have, unless they were like right there.
I'm pretty far away. Like it's going to take me a couple rounds to actually even get there. So
Yeah,
Let's not worry about
but
it.
like Mime, I don't know where you were.
Mimi had originally been more down towards this direction when you heard the cry and you came running up with Thea, basically. So technically, you're more like here. But the satyr on the right here kind of jumps off to the side, kind of stumbles, and then keeps moving down towards the bridge here. And two more, as he done so, kind of appear to the left and the right here. And they're holding bows.
Fuck. Okay.
And then it would be Squall's turn.
Things breed like mice.
Oh, okay. I don't remember my character because I can't. What's going on? Like, what's attacking? I don't see anything on my screen. Do I need to refresh?
You're probably not looking far enough ahead. So where do you see Shia?
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're in the Llama Clam area.
I literally thought you said llama clan.
I did say Llama
Is
Clam.
what he said.
I mean, I would join that clan.
Okay. So then, alright, so I'm gonna. Is there enough ceiling space for me to technically, like, fly, air quotes? Like, just,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that so I can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Ouch. Okay. I'm gonna move my full 50 feet, and that's gonna take me on the little bridge here.
Yep.
And so these satyrs. Okay. I'm gonna attack satyr number 3.
Okay.
I want to see if I could do something a little less.
Satyr number 3, come on down.
I want to see if I can do something a little less warlock white bread, but I got a crossbow. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna use my crossbow
Okay.
on him.
Okay, Jeff.
All right, let's see here. 13 to hit.
It misses.
This is why I would never use anything other than Eldritch Blast. Well, I'm just gonna stand there.
So, do you want to describe it, or do you want me to?
No, I'm gonna raise up my crossbow, and since this is the first time I've technically ever used it in combat, I'm gonna aim at the satyr and shoot it, and the bolt's gonna just ricochet off the wall and not hit the satyr.
And you're gonna curse your use of ever thinking that you should use a crossbow.
Yes, and I'm gonna be like, this is why warlocks only use Eldritch Blast. Everything else is a failure. So, then that ends my turn because I used full movement and attack. So, Kerchow.
God. I forget if these other satyrs still in there. I realize, but it should be the one that's closest to you there. Yep, it still is. That's his turn. He comes around here, kind of steps up on the side of the throne and takes his short sword and tries to jam it on into the father, as he had been trying to tell you stuff that he shouldn't have. Basically, you can perceive because the father looks scared, but
Not the alarm
I mean, what did the father say? He didn't say anything. I just read his shaking little mitts. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
no,
So
you're
she
good.
was defending the father.
Yeah, no, like, wait, on a
He's
side
like
note,
stabbing him, and she was like, "What the fuck, man? He didn't say anything."
on a side
Let
note,
him have a full court. He deserves law and order. Sorry. Okay. Good.
Ma'am, this is a place of religion.
Continue stabbing.
And I'm trying to understand how this came through here too. So he takes the short sword, basically. He pulls it up and he just like jams it into the father's clavicle, straight down, just apparently missing his heart, because he's still kind of flailing and like, "Ah, ah!" But the short sword has gone all the way hilt deep and he's pulled it back out, and blood is just gushing out the side of the father right now. I'm looking into settings. Okay. But then it would be Thea's turn.
Okay. Just gonna yell, "What's
She
going
screams.
on?"
She goes, "Help!" I'm guessing she's. Yeah. Hold on a second. Don't kill him yet. Just let me flip through my book. Licks her finger, tabs through. Oh, that might be good. Continue stabbing. Ooh, this one. This one will be a real doozy. All right, here we go. Rolls up sleeves.
Don't mind me. Just
Yeah.
like lowers her glasses so she can read. I'm probably not gonna get close enough in time. I'm gonna move here with my 30 speed. I'm gonna steal another bottle of wine.
Sleight of hand. I mean,
Sure.
technically he doesn't really care, so you don't have to. But
He's
as you stand
that
up.
is this acolyte also like frenzied?
Oh, the one in front of you.
Yeah.
He's basically kind of like huddling on this chair, like away from, not running yet, but still kind of in shock, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got a 17.
Okay, so you have a bottle of wine. Nobody
Sweet.
cared.
Sweet. Okay, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to evoke a fiery blade in my hand. I'm gonna cast Flame Blade.
That sounds
So,
cool.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about this spell. So, basically, like, bottle of wine in one hand, and like I raise the other hand, and this fiery thing just appears. So, like, I have really badass like bottle of booze and a, bless you, Flame Blade. I can't use it this turn. I can only summon it with the bonus action. So,
Oh, okay, I got you.
yep. So that is my turn.
That'd be a meme. Maybe. We can't hear you if you're talking.
I just said,
There we-
how far can I move? I forget.
Okay, we couldn't hear that. Should be your movement.
unless you use your
Speed.
your speed's typically 30 feet, and then
Mhm.
if you use your action to dash, then you can move 60 feet, but then you can't attack.
Yep.
Because all the action's happening up here, right? Or
Yep.
no, Thea's down.
The action is more appropriate to say up there, yeah, because you've got the satyr up there.
So
Who
So I
seem
can
to
move
have
to, like,
jumped
here?
out of behind of the two statues and the throne. But what's that?
but I can move to here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move up here. Whatever's in this. If I yeah, so the spiritual weapon goes 60 feet. So I should be able to attack this dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that with this spirit.
He's on a little bit higher level than you, but you should be fine.
And so I forget, these are like half goat. Is this like an actual satyr? Like half
Yeah.
goat, half. Ooh, what are
As
goats afraid of?
as to what you guys understand too, yes, your interpretation of what they would have been as soon as they started to appear, you're like, these are satyr. You know, that's what they are. That
Right. I'm trying to 8.
to hit. Oh, okay, I see it now.
So
that-
I'm gonna so the spiritual weapon takes whatever form I say it does, right? So this time I'm gonna spear.
Okay.
So it's
Is it going to
use-
like appear in your hand and you're going to throw it, or is it just gonna? Are you trying to like make it appear inside of him?
No, I'm gonna like magically. So I'm not gonna throw it. I'm gonna like magically control it with my hands. So I cast the spell and I have both hands up in front of me and I lift them up and like above me and to the right, this giant spear. I guess it's like a javelin appears. You know, the spiritual javelin, and then I make like a forward motion with my hands, and it flies towards the satyr.
And as it comes towards him, and his quick ability to kind of dodge out the way in his smallness, kind of he sees it coming and jumps off to the side as it lands straight next to him, and its glowing awesomeness, unfortunately doing him no damage. Apparently, you have the I was going off that 9 to hit there, so I'm not just
That's fair.
whistling Dixie. If you remember, Squall rolled a 13. He did not hit either.
So I have a bonus action where I can
Mhm.
move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it.
Perfect.
So that weapon's within 5 feet. So I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna attack it. So do I roll?
Yeah.
Cast it again.
There it is. Man, those rolls are. The first one was a 5, and the second one was a 2. And you have your pluses apparently, which is a +4. It looks like, which didn't help that much. But it comes back shakily, kind of out of the ground, and just that it would have been pierced in, and then just kind of like if somebody were standing there, it would have just been shivved into him, or like, you know, if somebody were standing with a spear, they would have just speared him. But he takes his shield and flecks it off to the side again.
Yay!
Then it would be this one's turn. Him seeing the trouble that was for the first satyr here, he and seeing what the very first one had done. He readies his bow and fires it straight at the father as well. Oh, nope, that was the wrong one.
Everyone's trying to kill the father?
11 to hit. And that hits. 6. and the arrow kind of just sings through the air and hits him right in the head, kind of comically almost, because it doesn't go all the way through and just sits on either side of his head, and his head lolls to the side with the arrow propping it up against
Dear Jesus.
Wait, whose head falls to the side?
that would be the
The
father.
father.
Is he dead?
I know.
Did he die?
To what you can tell, yes, he's
Roll a
just been shot in
perception.
the head. Yeah. Roll a perception. No, he's got an arrow sticking through his head right now. You think he's dead.
Oh my god. Okay.
R.I.P. Llama Clan.
Here's our chance to take over a cult. Who's with me?
I.
I will avenge Llama Clam.
And he can it would be this one's turn. The the other one, seeing that it is done there, would start to aim. Wait, Shia, why do you have less health than you did before? Is that from the mimic or something?
No. You hit me.
Oh right, the ram. That's right. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. See.
Josh, do you want me to roll initiative now or wait until like combat starts up again? Because I like rounded into this room, but like it was as like combat had already started, so I wasn't sure what you.
You can roll initiative now and I'll let you know where you fall basically.
Okay.
And the third one here is aiming towards Squall. He kind of readies his bow after you had kind of shot towards him, and having seen the father die there. Short bow. And it's 12 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. So he shoots his short bow off towards you as well, and you kind of flutter to the side as the arrow kind of sings off and hits into the ceiling, seemingly doing nothing.
Yes.
And it would be Shia's turn finally again.
Thank the fucking Lord. Okay.
Zeph, by the way, you rolled a 17 there, so you're up in the rung. I think that's fair, because you're not going to get to move right this second. It's Shia's turn.
Yeah. Okay.
So she is going to. She just got the crystal sword. I don't know if I. Do I have any? Do I have any stats on that? No. We said that we'd have to test it out. So she like does one of those heroic like takes out the crystal sword from her other sheath, like nice and slowly, and like holds it, and then goes and swings it at the Sadar, right next to her. She like kind of like steps up. That's
Yeah, I was going to say that wasn't quite
in
right.
two
but
2 feet.
You're
Yeah,
good.
she jumps up.
It's more of a, but yeah, for you at least, because you're like 6 foot something.
Yeah. No.
You're in the right realm of reality, at least with the crystal sword, because it's a long sword. It's about
Okay.
that length, anyways.
That's a
So,
16 to hit.
Oh. So that hits.
Okay. And she is on that. Is 6 points. Have to give me more information.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense too, because it doesn't have an edge as to what you can see. It's just like an amalgam of crystals right on top of a hilt. It's just like this kind of faceted mess on top of a hilt.
So Shia thinks that she has to sharpen the sword as she swings and cracks into his ribs, and it doesn't slice at all. But she's like, okay, this is a good hitting stick, and is noted.
And it, as you hit, the top of the sword shatters. And roll for me like I think I was like let's say for funsies 6d6.
I like for funsies. Oh, I did 61d6.
That's not quite right.
Oh, come off it. Sorry.
No, you're in the right realm of reality there, at least.
I'm so close. I don't know
There
how
we
that
go.
happened. There we go.
18 plus 6, we're looking at 24. So when you struck the satyr, the sword, as it shattered, basically kind of just pulsed straight forward towards him too. And what you could see, at least, was when it shattered, all of the shards just shot straight forward from the sword and sunk into his flesh, if not some piercing all the way through him,
Mm-hmm.
and some
So
hitting
this
the
is-
floor next to him. And he kind of stumbles backwards under the barrage, and you pull the sword back, after the swing, and it's just this pulsating light of electricity with where the crystal was.
Okay. Is my sword shorter now? And if so, how much?
It's not shorter, as less club shaped and more of an actual blade shape now.
And Shia reacts exactly like that. Like, oh, I need to keep hitting things.
Great.
And that's her role. That's all. Oh, wait. She's going to sing inspiration.
As a bonus action, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Is Thea came for the song.
Is Squall in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whose turn is it next?
It would be the satyr or satire or whatever the hell you want to call him next closest, or 2. You can see 2.
And then who's after that?
Oh, that would be Squall.
Fuck yes. Okay. So Shia goes ba da da dum da 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 dum. Oh, to the window, to the squall, to the squall. The spells drop down his claws, and all those breaking laws. Let's scream each motherfucker. Let's scream each goddamn. Let me see you get low. You scared. Get your ass to the floor. You scared. Now back it up. Hey! And she just goes off, right? And she is singing the song of inspiration to Squall.
That is fucking amazing.
That was great.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
goodness.
bard has learned some groovier some groovier tunes.
Would you mind sending that again to chat? I think it's farther back than I was wanting to scroll right now.
Oh yeah.
Thea's gonna start like keeping the beat by tapping on the wine bottle.
Ba-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Oh my gosh. I'm glad. Okay, now I have to make a song for everyone else. I'll get there.
Yes.
Bardic inspiration, sending that to chat. So you roll a 1d6 of inspiration.
Oh, so you get an extra 1d6. for whatever you roll. Is basically what that's awesome.
Yes.
Does that count
Yeah.
for- So can I use that like for damage too? Or is that
That's
just for
exactly what you can
accuracy?
use it. Nope. Period. Your accuracy doesn't have a d6. It's damage.
Oh,
This is just Squall.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna do something odd. Yep, I'm gonna go full bore on that one then.
So this one comes running across the bridge stairs and down and straight to Mime, who he'd seen apparently throw the energy spear towards him and bring up his sword in a strike.
React.
21 to hit. Pretty sure that hits.
Jesus Christ. I'm just a little guy. My hands are up.
Hey, you should be hiding behind you or something.
Mime shrugs it off.
I'm also a little guy.
Just come back with guns.
Not quite as little as the halfling cleric. Mime.
So
Has Mime healed anyone? I didn't even know Mime was a cleric.
I've tried. I haven't had a chance to.
We're looking at your AC, is your armor class.
Oh, 14.
14? Okay, so that hit. And he does... One d6 plus 3. So he does 5 damage. He takes his sword up and... Just going... Did you you updated it in Astral, right? Your health?
Yes,
Okay. There's a question mark. Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay. Well, he takes it up and he swings down, but you're being just as nimble as he is and small, and you kind of dodge to the side as he grazes your arm and just puts a small little flesh wound in your left arm,
All right.
which takes you down to...
I don't see 28,
Yep. Wait.
26. It was 5, right?
Yeah, 26.
Can do math. I can't change it though.
I got it. You have to you just have to go to the health bar that's on your character sheet and then edit it from there, basically. If that makes any sense. On Astral.
It changed though.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I got it.
I'm sad I don't options. I couldn't look Acrobat up.
You kind of are cutting in and out there.
Oh, I'm sad I couldn't like, Acrobat out of the way. Do some fancy somersaults. That's okay. I'm coming for you, Mr. Sater.
And it is Squall's turn.
Alrighty, let me look up.
Ba-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum.
It's all in chat there. It's immortalized now.
I am very happy with this. Alright. I don't have to wait till next
The
turn.
fun thing
Alright.
is, I was just gonna say there, interject a little bit while you're thinking maybe it's two Squall, is that apparently Astral is going to make some of this accessible to public for just viewing, which is something that I could link to in this podcast, right? Which is kind of cool. Just side note.
Ooh,
That's cool.
nice. Okay. So are you okay, just by like observation, I see the satyrs have sword and shields. Are you allowed to tell me if they
Except
have any
for-
other
Except
kind of
for
weaponry?
except for the two on the left and the right, and that closest to the statues, they actually have short bows, is what they're holding. They don't have
Okay,
sword.
yeah, one.
I just didn't
okay.
I didn't have a token for that.
Okay. Alright. No, because that was gonna determine my next question, but I don't think it's
No,
gonna
you're-
matter then.
Okay.
So, because
Right.
like I don't know how to. Can I see where I pinged?
Yep.
Okay, now that border. Now, are those like physical walls, or is this all just one giant like open floor?
This is all one giant open floor. What you're looking at are the edges of what I would refer to as an island almost, because there are rivers of that bubbling, glowing fluid from before running down the center and off to the sides of the chambers. And it all seems to be coming from the source of here, which is the diocese of this area. You know, it's all getting shorter as you move up that way. The ceiling's coming down, and it's all focused on this one point.
Okay. All right. Well then, since there's enough room for me to like stay in the air, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna kind of move here. So I originally thought there were walls, so I didn't know if I had line of sight on people, but I'm gonna be flying here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to attack the Satyr number 3 again
Okay.
with Eldritch Blast. You better hit this time. 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, then we're gonna roll for attack. So I'm gonna use the Bardic Inspiration on top of that.
And that gets you another d6.
All right, I don't know how to send that
Oh,
to.
that is nice.
Hang on,
If that- if
that's
that's-
6 send?
Yeah, that's 6 cent.
Okay, then I can. That sleight of hand. I don't know what that is. I'll remove that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's my.
13 damage. Nice. So you want to describe a little bit? I can show you how much that does to approximately. You know, 13. Oopsies. There we go. Him, and the blast ricochets straight into his chest, tearing off almost his entire left or his right pectoral
Nice.
and singeing it.
His booty.
Ooh, that's good stuff. You better watch out, Goat. I get one more level. There's gonna be 2 of those beams next time.
So I think
Yeah.
you're finished with your move there, Squall.
Yep. Did my movement, my attack, and I don't have any bonus actions. So
All right.
Good.
So the one closest to Shia now is at tier 1, sub tiers, whatever. He kind of pulls back this way and starts to sort of chant, as to what you can tell. And he's whispering under his breath, and there's almost a shape forming on over top of an energy shape, almost like this glowing form of symbols above the father, and in blood is kind of moving towards that shape in the air as he's chanting.
Oh no.
And he kind of finishes
Nope.
and runs off behind this guy over here. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Right over here. And it is Zeph's turn. Having just
Okay.
entered the room and seeing the shit down.
Yeah. I'm going to running doubles your movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to run and get right here. You said this Satyr 3 that's like kind of in front of me now has a bow, right?
Correct.
Okay, I am going to throw a dart at him.
Okay.
It's a 17.
That hits.
Okay.
Okay.
And then that will actually end my turn.
Do you want to describe that?
Yeah, I'm gonna like run up and then I'm gonna pull just this little dart out of like a pouch that I have just like on my side. I'm just gonna fling it right at him.
Is it gonna be like is it like one of those so it got like a little feathers at the end and you throw it, you know, where are you aiming?
I'm gonna aim at his face.
Okay.
Just the center of his face.
So when you'd thrown it, it kind of hits the right side of his cheek, and he's got this little dart sticking out the side of his face, basically. And he seems a little shocked, but besides that, obviously in pain too.
Okay.
If you're done with your turn, Zeph.
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna move 25 feet here. I don't know if I can see the like reanimation thing that's happening up there, but that's alarming. I'm gonna take my flame blade that has already been summoned to my hand, and I'm gonna attack Satyr number 2. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Okay. 9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the flame blade, and I'm gonna, I don't know how tall this creature is, but I'm gonna go for the knees. Swipe at the knees, take him out.
Swipe at his knees. Okay.
I'm gonna play dirty. It looks like he has a shield, so that's the play. And then I don't know if I can do this, but for a bonus action, I'm gonna try and take a swig of the wine.
You can do that all day.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Roll for Constitution, obviously, though. We come up with some rules for that, but I feel those were some complicated rules. That's for sure.
Uh, 4.
You get a
It
little
was a
buzz.
big swig.
Yeah, you kind of you took maybe 4 or 5 gulps. It sounds like, and you start to feel a little buzzed.
Yeah, having
And you
turned
take-
into a dog a couple times. It's been a lot.
And you would probably take a disadvantage on your next attack. Is all I
Oh
would say.
shit. Okay.
Just for the
Okay, valid. That's my turn.
And that is Mime.
Woo! All right. We are gonna fuck up the Satyr number 2 right here.
Oh yeah. Go for his knees.
So I have the spiritual weapon is probably my best. Oh no, I actually Jesus, that doesn't even.
Give him an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, so we're gonna do flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice.
Oh, that hits.
Target takes 4d6 radiant.
Oh yeah.
Next attack against this target before the end of your turn.
Oh, fuck him up. Did you get 14
She did,
damage?
or they did, rather, as Mime prefers to be referred to. So,
Okay.
as to what I understood, how this kind of works too is it comes from the heavens to some degree, and it's just this bolt as it hits and kind of just causes them to radiate from the inside almost, and they're kind of almost burning from the inside as to what I had understood. So, especially in this case.
Yeah, it's kind of like lightning. He just kind of gets fucking zapped by lightning.
Wake me up inside, save me.
Is Guiding Bolt the one that gives advantage on the
Yeah,
next
my
attack?
next turn. Yeah. Before the end of my next turn, I have advantage.
So the bolt comes from the sky, kind of hits him on top of the head, and you just see this light kind of radiating out of him, and then you hear him just as goat scream of
Dear
fear,
God.
and he's just starting to burn and crisp all around him, and his flesh is almost no more.
That's what you get. Don't pick on the little kid. Cool. I think that's all I can do.
And then it's this guy's turn. He kind of steps out to here. And that'd be Satire 4. He has a short bow and aims it at Shia across the ways there. 11 to hit. I don't think that hits.
No, it does not.
I didn't think so. You're good. So he's aiming with his height too, only being around 3'5", 3'6", over quite a barrier with this almost 2-foot step on top of the dais there, and his arrow kind of thunks into the table before it would have hit you. And it is Satire 3's turn. And this one steps out a little bit here, having been hit by quite a blast, shakes it off, and takes his short bow, readies it, aiming towards the resulting blast with a 16 to hit to Squall.
A 16 does hit.
And that would be an 8 piercing.
Alrighty. Hang on 1 second. Alright. Alright, I will take the damage, but as a reaction to taking damage, my Hellish Rebuke activates. Or no, hang on. I have to clear that one. Because you have to make a saving throw, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. You point your finger at the creature, damages it. Makes a dexterity saving throw. I don't know how to send it to... Oh, hang on. Here it is. Did that come through?
There it is.
Yeah. Alright.
He said dexterity. I rolled that while you were saying it. Looks like, trying to find it here. Make a dexterity saving throw. It takes. So does it have to clear a dexterity saving throw of 28, or trying to? understand. Let's
No,
hear.
that 28's a misclick. I'm removing that.
Okay.
Let me look at my. I don't know if the Dex throw has to beat my spell DC.
Yeah,
All right,
that would be
let me-
more appropriate.
Let me see. I have to. Find that one. Okay. You have to beat. You have to either get a 14 or higher to beat it.
All right. So he definitely did not dodge that.
Okay. Well, then I will roll for damage for that and
2d10.
reset it. Where is actions? And takes 19 damage.
Holy balls!
Wow.
That's a death kill right there. What's it? Well, it says fire damage, and I'm trying to read. You point your finger at the creature that damaged you. Is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Okay. So flames kind of. I have kind of an idea of what would happen here. So I don't. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to describe it a little bit.
Go for it.
So the flames kind of come up around him, and just he looks around, scared like with his bow, and he kind of drops it, and he just you hear a scream as the flames engulf him completely over top of his head, and it just dissipates into and the his scream anyways dissipates into the flame, and the flames settle back down to the earth, and he seems to be gone. So to your perception, it looks like you had sent him back to hell.
Is that the one that was messing with the father body?
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Good stuff.
And it would be Shia's turn.
Moi.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Also, how many minutes has it been?
It's probably been about 5 or so minutes, maybe closing on 10.
Okay. Well, my inspiration lasts for 10 minutes. So,
That's what I thought.
okay. Where's all y'all bitches? Oh shit, they're all in that corner. Then there's some attacking.
There's one.
Sorry, I was totally writing music, so.
Seems appropriate.
So she kind of sees the group of them and drools a little bit, because this is what her spells are all about. As she wipes the drool from her face, she pulls out her staff.
So you're holding the staff and the sword currently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Okay. She's gonna do this thunder wave.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sure she's close enough. 5, 10, 15. So she's gonna she's going to hop down and look at this corner and hit, do thunder wave and basically lift her staff up and then like bang it down, and the spell will come from that staff. And that is a 16 plus 5
To hit or
to hit. Yeah,
okay, that's
21.
hitting everyone in that range, yeah. Including it looks like 5, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20. Squall, it looks like. No, he's in 20. You're good.
Sweet.
Perfect. All right. And 2d8 thunder damage. Thunder.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
10.
That's the damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To all of them. Individually.
Right. That's a death kill on the last one. Or the one in the corner, rather. And the number 4, we'll show you how much that is.
Thunderstruck.
Thunder. I'm trying
So
to
it
think of the
sounds
rest of the song.
So it
That's
sounds like
basically it.
it's a cube too, so it doesn't just it does it, and you struck your staff down on the ground. You want to describe it any more than that? 'Cause I had
Oh
some-
no, I mean that's she slams her staff down, and it's a thunder wave, and basically you see this almost semi-invisible wave go through all of their bodies, and they are shook.
So the thunder wave, as it went through their bodies, they and to the corner back shoots the one, and this one kind of moves back towards the statue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It pushes
So-
everyone back 10 feet away. Yeah. So it's like it's a wave. It's like a wave of sound. It's like
And-
the best description. So it like throws everyone back.
and they're both shaking on the ground. You can't quite tell if the one behind is dead or the one in front is dead because they're both kind of shaking and moving, just. But you only can presume that the one in the back is dead because he's no longer holding his footing. He's just kind of bouncing around in between this wall and the statue, limply.
Okay. That's her move. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, she still has like some movement, but is it possible for Shia to like raise her staff, like she hits it down and does the movement, and is it possible for her to like raise her staff and scare them a bit, like like I'm gonna get you.
You want to roll an intimidation? I see what you're saying. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's loading. Give me a second.
No worries. So that the next person can prepare their turn. I think Squall, you're almost on the up, but I think yeah, Squall, it'd be your turn next.
I already know what I'm
So
doing.
you know. All right.
Oh yeah.
Are you giving them the blast?
I might give him the blast. I'm also thinking about. I got this idea for vicious mockery too. So
Mixing it up.
a little bit. Just because you got a warlock doesn't mean you get Eldritch Blast every time. Until it stops working, and then I'll just go.
25. So you're doing it towards the one in front of you, correct? There, Shia. He's
Yeah.
He's the only one that
Yeah.
really has line of sight to you right now, I would say.
Yeah.
So, okay, your intimidation seems to have affected him in the area of that he not only is shaking from the electricity, but he's shaking even more from fear and attempting to move what you think is even farther back towards the but you can't quite tell because his movement is quite inhibited right now. And then it
Alright,
would be,
and that's my turn.
or rather, the satyr that'd be up in the back corner there. Oh wait, is that the right one? Oh no, I'm wrong. It's the one that's closest to Mime and Thea. That's what happens when you have them all named the same thing, but that's what they all are to me right now. So the one that's in front of Thea and Mime whips out a pair of pipes and starts piping into them. Musical pipes, that is. A 6-tiered one. And he doesn't seem to only be the song, though. There seems to be something else to it. And you start to feel your eyes sort of droop. Roll a... trying to think of what it would be, because it doesn't tell me what the hell it would be, right? It's probably, though, something in the realm of wisdom.
Who's rolling this?
Let me see. It'd be... everybody can kind of hear it, but it's kind of targeted towards Mime and Thea for sure. He'd whipped him out as he'd put his sword into its sheath and his shield on his back and started just piping away there. And it would be a survival. Let's roll a survival. Just because. I'm trying to think of what it would actually be, though.
So I'm rolling that, right?
Correct. So that is a wisdom plus your survival bonus. 21.
Mm-hmm. I got lots of survival skill.
Oh, I bet.
Is that your Mime call?
No. I was trying to imitate his whistle. His piping, his flute.
I can't.
That's the Zelda song.
That's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's Game of Thrones.
That's excellent.
Okay. It's really hard. You cannot whistle when you're laughing.
I know, that's what I was having trouble with, because I started smiling while I was trying to whistle.
Do I need to roll?
Yeah, you're rolling survival, which is your
Survival.
wisdom plus your survival bonus.
Survival's +2, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll wisdom, and then you're gonna survival's +2. Oh, wait a second. Forget the roll I just rolled. Do the second
There we go.
one.
So your eyes droop much more heavily and you're almost asleep. You're in that in-between state almost, Mime, where you're
You know I have advantage on this next attack.
you're in this No, I don't. Actually, I forgot about that, to be honest. You're in this like semi-sleep state where you just don't care about anything, where you want to just get to that sleeping point. And Thea, your eyes were fluttering as were Mime's when he had started to play, but they flick back open as he's continuing to play, because you realize that what he's trying to do of kind of playing you to sleep, basically, as he's kind of pattering his little hoofs on the ground and playing his pipe. You don't buy into that soft, gentle lullaby that he was playing.
Hell no.
And it is Skull's turn.
Alrighty. Alright. Alright, since I'm flying, do I have line of sight on Seder 4?
Just barely, just maybe like the top of his head behind Shia, because you gotta realize Shia is like 6 foot something right there too.
Okay, as long as I can see just some of him, that's good.
Very barely.
Okay, then I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on him.
Mhm.
Alright, cool, that came through.
It did come through.
Alright, cool. It must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4. Yeah, so I don't think this is halved if you succeed. Did you get? Oh, you get an 11. Am I reading
No.
that right?
Nope, 14.
Oh, okay,
That-
2 numbers came up on my screen.
Yeah, that's the advantage disadvantage. So if I had gotten an advantage or disadvantage, that would be the roll for it
Ah, okay.
against the 14 rather. And so that way I didn't have to roll twice basically. And it's so that's the 14 is the original one, the wisdom saving, and then the 11 is supposed to be the second roll, which would then be considered the advantage disadvantage. The way that Astral has it set up is all. It's kind of
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. Alright, then I don't think that does anything to you then.
Do you want to say what you're gonna whisper to it at least?
I was gonna bat it like a sheep and basically make it sound like his mother takes her wool off for anybody. So that's what I was gonna do.
He kind of the satyr kind of gets a blush on his face, but I'm like, man, you're right. He says it back to him.
Oh damn. Alrighty. Well then that'll probably end my turn then. I do not have
The one in the back corner's limp corpse is just bouncing around back here, still in a shocked state, but it starts to settle down now, very evidently a corpse. And one last syllable exits its lips as it settles down, and from the corpse of the father bursts forth out of him. So it just leaves a bloody mess behind, and onto the table, covered in the father's own gore, is this devilish creature covered in bones and tusks and teeth, and it's wielding a thorny staff with these tentacles coming from its face, with still humanoid features of a head, 2 arms and 2 legs, standing on this table covered in
Oh
gore.
god.
Yes.
Yes.
Then yes.
Never trust people named Llama.
Guys, I think we should leave.
I mean, it's just a baby. We can take it out, right?
I'll be right back.
And just take him in and raise him as one of us.
Chia, what did you do? What did you say to him?
I don't know. Fuck.
You created a monster.
Okay. She goes, "Who are you?" She like yells, and she's like, armed, and this time she puts back her staff and like or no, she's still holding her staff, but she like puts her sword up and is like the crystal sword and is like, "Who are you?"
The
who's-
electrified sword now, but
Whose turn
Yes.
is it?
she is
Just talking.
yeah, I was gonna say she is taking advantage of the free talk that I have in place, and the devil, bearded devil, kind of turns to you and says,
God bless you. Who are you? I said, who are you? Does anyone understand this?
"Oh, you want to know who I am?
That's what I said.
Summoned forth from the gates of hell into this place. Where the fucking actual hell am I? My name, though, you want to know? Ugh. Fine, I'll give you
Uh,
at
it's,
least one of my
that's
my
uninspiring.
my final aliases as names mean things where I come from, and you shall call me Ubuntu.
Yeah, right, bud. Habugachu, what are you doing here?
I've been summoned forth for death and destruction. What are you doing here?
Me
Summoned for-
too.
I mean, if you want to go that route, she's
No,
like,
no.
okay. Well, that's not where that's in aisle 2. That's not in this aisle. That's the wrong. You're in the wrong place, bud. This is for knowledge.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, I see where you're going with it. You would say more along the lines, I'm guessing, though, of like, oh, I think you've been missummoned.
Mm.
You know, kind of trying to
You've walked down into the wrong bedroom, bud. This isn't the right place.
roll that.
Less
first.
aisle-y. Okay, cool. Get that
Point
send.
two. So he seems to kind of question what you're saying, you know, while he's standing on top of the table, looking down at the food that he's standing into, at the corpse behind him, then back at you. I don't think I'm in the wrong place. I heard my actual name and I came forth.
Well, you're in the wrong place because we're here.
We're here for death and destruction of you.
To you, yeah.
I give Shia a thumbs up.
So I think
You're
it's
doing great.
technically Zeph's turn if you're done bantering with the bearded devil there.
Yeah, we're done bantering.
All right.
That's enough for today.
You're doing great, honey.
Oh dear lord.
I don't even know what to do now. I'm how big is this bearded devil person?
He's standing on top of the table at about 6'3".
Oh, okay, so not like a little baby creature.
No.
Well, shit. I'm just gonna move over to, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. I'm gonna move to the other side towards Shia.
Whoa. Oh, so you ran across the top here.
Yeah, kind of like up the
Nice and golden brown for everyone.
I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Craig, but he keeps leaving.
Craig, this is my time to shine.
Yeah, seriously, it is. Go for it.
I'm gonna make sure that he gets nice and golden brown on both sides.
So
Good stuff.
Go ahead.
I was just going to go into detail a little bit here too, and say that when he reached, is that the past tense of reaching to reached? Roach? That can't be right. Anyways, so he reached up to the back of his neck after the fact, leaving himself completely exposed, with his sword hand on the back of his neck and his shield pulled back as well. So you take your dagger and stab it right in the center of his solar plexus, right under the sternum, and the fire of your dagger just spreads across his chest and just engulfs him and covering his entire body and roasting him to a nice crisp. And you just hear the of his death.
Nice. Cheers, and I raise my bottle. And I don't think I have any other action.
I'm gonna clap.
And there is a definite roasted corpse in this case.
Sweet.
I'm also gonna shout down and ask Thea and Mime if one of them can grab my dart from the back of its neck if it's not burnt to a crisp.
Oh, can I do that on my turn, or is that also an action?
That would technically be an action. You could at least look though for Zeph and see that presumably the metal portion of her dart is still there, but the feathers have been burnt off, or whatever the guiding feature of the dart is.
Your dart's a little crispy.
It's fine, I can fix it.
We'll get it.
And I think it's Mime's turn, who has just suddenly come back to awareness.
Mime gives no fucks about the giant octopus beard devil.
She wouldn't probably notice it because she was like,
Asleep, I
Sleeping.
guess. Okay.
Well, I mean, technically, you guys could tell her or them rather, not her. Like,
I'm just gonna let her enjoy this before we all die.
I wouldn't say just picking up either, because it hadn't really materialized into a nice little package of cooked meat. You would have to be carving this off of the corpse of a charred half goat, half human creature. Take your. Oh, you do have a knife. I think you have a short sword too, along with your sai. Your not sai, but sickle. There we go. I would probably have you roll a. Hmm. No, I'm just trying to figure out how much you would be able to cut up in the time that is your turn, right? So probably just a
regular strength check, I guess. Either that or dexterity, but I'm guessing.
Dexterity to see like
Yeah.
if she just like hacks bones into the meat or like
12. Okay. So
yeah.
you're able to like carve up a good portion of the back of this. Uh, so you're able to carve up a good portion of the thigh after you would strip away some of the flesh and a hunk of this bleeding meat from its buttocks and thigh area. Probably. Oh yeah, it's under the outside of the flesh. It is probably about under the which is the skin, which is probably about 2-3 inches below the 2-3 inches is all crispy, which would be the the skin, the actual organ, and under that is the meat. You have a it's warm and it's juicy as if it had been just slightly cooked, but not.
Medium rare.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Roll. Fucking no.
With advantage because I'm helping.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's like a cooking. I feel like there's a cooking ability, right? There should be.
Performance? I don't know. Nature, survival.
Medicine?
Like any of those would be.
Survival to kill the salmonella.
Yeah, I guess any of those would be pretty much the same for you there too, Thea. So go ahead and roll.
Is Mime rolling? Go ahead.
All right. So a 10, you're able to get the outside of it with advantage. So roll again. You do have advantage on your next thing. You do, right? I forgot about that. I was gonna say like you have advantage on your attack with the meat towards Thea. If Thea can roll another survival. I think that was actually you, Mime, that rolled the survival. Right, now that I see it.
Am I rolling something?
Yeah, I thought we were talking about that with the survival, which is.
I thought Mime was just gonna roll both of them, but I can roll them too. Oh wait, yeah, let's keep mine. Let's
D20
keep mine.
plus 4, I think it is. 25.
25
So you're
survival.
the last bit of your efforts of the flaming dagger just char the outside of this meat, and you hear the sizzling of the fat from the inside just permeating the meat, and creates a nice, possibly shaveable gyro meat.
Oh wow. Dinner is served.
Or gyro, or Jiro, or however you want to pronounce it.
Oh,
Justice is served and dinner is served.
I believe it'd be Idril's turn.
ooh, yay.
Scroll back down here.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike. So this is the next time you hit a creature. So if I attack this round, since I cast it first, would it activate, or would you want to wait until like my next turn?
I'm not sure. I haven't read the context.
So on Snaring Strike, the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines.
That sounds almost too like whenever it's the creature's next turn too. Let me go check again here. It's a you said ensnaring
Strike.
Couldn't find it there. Well, that'd be why, because I can't spell with a damn. That's for damn sure.
Description.
Time. Yeah, so it would be the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends.
And so
the
like
spell
I
is up to
cast
1 minute.
yeah, so like I cast Ensnaring Strike and then I was gonna shoot my arrow. I just wasn't sure if you're gonna allow it to work if the arrow hit this time or
Yeah,
wait
if it hit,
until my next turn.
I see what you're asking now. Yeah, if it hit, because it says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack.
Wait, so yeah, so Ensnaring Strike is cast and then am I technically still far away enough for a ranged attack or do I need to step back a bit?
You could be right up on the creature for all I care. A
Okay.
ranged attack doesn't mean that you have to be far away. It just you can shoot it from farther away when you are farther away.
Just wasn't sure. People
No, you're
play
good.
by different rules, so.
No, I appreciate the question. I wanted to be
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my longbow to attack. 13. Great.
13 to hit, and we got noise. That just barely misses.
Fuck. Okay. And then I'm gonna continue backing up, but like keep the spider in my sights.
Okay. So your arrow kind of, unless you want to describe it, I can.
I guess if I miss, I could say I was like aiming for like a joint, like where the leg attached to the body, and I just like missed and it like flew in between the legs or something.
And just sunk into the side of the wall as it
Yeah.
was. As it was trying to get at you through the doorway. And I think it is this one's turn. Let me see if it's still there. I don't even know if this satire still alive. You have to keep scrolling back and forth. Number 4. Yep, he's still alive. So does take a disadvantage from Shia though, who can shock the crap out of him.
readies his bow in an attempt. Now, after having taken the shock from Shia, readies his horns in an attempt to ram Shia. Actually, 14 to hit.
That misses.
Oh, nice. By how much?
4.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
she has an 18.
Nice. I'm just wondering just so that I knew how to describe it, right?
Yeah, no problem.
So the tear kind of runs up here and still kind of jerkily from the electricity, just as his final step hits right next to Shia, and it looks like he's going to hit, just slides off to the right and stops his assault with his horns and turns back around. And it is one's turn. That one's still alive, I think. Nope. Where did the 3 go? Oh no, yeah. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Yeah, that'd be Shia's turn.
Okay. Sorry. Where am I? Okay, not on mute. All right.
You're good.
Alright, who's around me? That's Satar. Oh, this big guy. Okay. Ooh, Satar. Okay.
Is
Um,
Ubuntu in the initiative order?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He rolled real low as all.
Hmm.
Which is perfect, I mean, considering.
Considering he's gonna fuck us up.
Well, I meant more of the fact that, like, everybody was established and then he just burst forth from this corpse and he's kind of disoriented, but.
I am going to ponder for a hot second. Oh, come off it. My thing isn't showing. Okay. So I'm going to cast a level 3 spell. I'm going to cast Suggestion to oh, bitch. Ah. There we go. I'm going to cast Suggestion to Ukaruk, Ubandu, Ufandu. I'm gonna call him a different name every time.
Did you just say Uruk?
I did. Sorry.
Stop.
Ufandu. And have him. He has to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh no! What does that do? Does that mean I succeed? If it's the same?
Keep describing, and I'll let you know.
Okay, so she's going.
You cut out. Oh man, that was the worst part too. Oh no. We still can't hear you. There we go. Alright. So Shia describes what? Says what to the bearded devil?
Sorry, my thing, it literally drops at the worst time. She basically
He does.
she asked Ubuntu to call everyone, all the satyrs off, and for him to go back to where he came from. Her suggestion is this is not where you want to be.
This is not where you want to be. Okay.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Okay. It is his turn next turn. So
Well, I mean, he has to respond to. I mean, okay. I was
know,
gonna say because he.
I'm just thinking out loud here is all. So he hears what you're saying and sort of goes and looks around at the room, but then sees the bubbling liquid that's at the forefront of the diocese coming forth, and his eyes alight, and he gets kind of almost this like this drooly kind of like excited state, and he starts to say, I think I know where I'm supposed to be. And he moves out toward this direction, down the stairs, almost in a casual manner, just slightly around the satyr and in between you and Zeph. And swings his spikier staff towards you, Shia. 13 to hit. I think that misses.
Miss.
And his beard comes out, oh my gosh, to kind of try and envelop you, Zeph, with 11 to hit.
That
Okay,
misses.
that's what I thought. And he kind of stands there aghast as he swings down, and you kind of step to the side, Shia, and you, Zeph, also just step to the side as his beard reaches out, and he's trying to attack in too many directions. And then it would be Squall's turn, though.
Noted.
Okay. Yeah. If we want to just pause it here, then I'm okay with that too.
I'm in complete understanding with Mime there, but it is Squall's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Cedar Form.
Whether or not everybody else wants to pause, I don't know. I know that was a solid request.
No, nothing that can't wait till next time.
Might be best to pause it here because he's the top of the initiative, isn't he?
Now, yeah, because the other satyr's goat person is dead. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I'm at the top of the thing, so I'm okay with waiting. We'll know where to pick up easier that way, I think.
As long as we remember what we were doing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance to forget in this case, at least, that you're in the middle of combat.
Yeah,
We
it's kinda
forgot
hard to-
literally everything about last game, so I'm not really confident in us.
Yeah. Fair point.
But that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Alrighty.
So I think that's
1, 2, 3, 3 out of 7, almost. And not including myself, yeah. If we got a... No, that's 4. I lied. So that's a majority. If everybody's
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty, peeps. Mm-hmm.
I'd say, I mean, came out with this one in the clutch.
Can I ask what level I am? Because I don't even know what level I'm supposed to be at.
You're still at 4.
4?
Don't-
Okay, good. My hit points is 25, which seems low. Like maybe I forgot to do something I was supposed to do.
Nah, see, the thing with the druids are they're super freaking powerful, but they're
Squishy.
yeah, very squishy. Same with,
Okay.
but surprisingly, it seems like the cleric Mime is a little less squishy than you at 31.
Yeah, that's what made me curious, is because Mime was losing points and I was like, well, did I
I
forget to do something? But
No. I think the thing that you have to keep in mind with clerics is you can actually take a like a battle mage approach with a cleric, right? Like there are battle clerics.
Oh yeah, my I have a character on D&D Beyond. He's a Dragonborn cleric, and he is crunchy as a motherfucker. Like I am low key tank. Or
Yeah.
I was until he died.
Yep.
Are you
Oh,
talking about
okay.
Baharash?
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when I do another campaign, I will bring him back. But
That's what you get for disregard.
Okay, it is what it is. So
Yeah. Yeah, so this campaign is a good bit different than most others, I'd say, in the sense that we're aiming to make you all gods here. Like, that's we want to be fucking badass in this campaign. Like,
Undia.
yeah,
I said I think by like level 10 or 11, I can use Eldritch Blast. Like I have 3 beams of Eldritch Blast per as my action, and I can either choose to target like 3 different creatures, or I can aim all 3 at one creature, and I would roll damage for each beam. Like Warlock gonna get nasty.
yeah.
I'm gonna be aerial support here before I'm halfway level. You guys could be calling Eldritch Blast strikes down on your foes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that
mhm.
I think that's not too far in the future, but depending upon how far we get into the Crystal Tower, right? Because like you guys are scratching the surface in my head. Because just to give you some frame of reference, you guys are all level 4, and which was 2700 XP, and 6500 XP is level 5. Yeah.
Yeah, level 5. That's when I get 2 beams at level 5.
That.
So like my DPS is about to shoot through the roof.
And I think I believe in you guys that if you explore enough in the crystal, completely other fucking room, and
Could
you
I
guys
fly
are
over and
in your own room, right? And I'm integrating those moves inside of all of that.
Okay.
which I think is a fair way to play it,
I
but
was
I don't
saying
know
if I could
how well it works out.
fly over and
for
just
Like
certain-
having it
uh,
like being
pick up
incorporated
Theodog
in
out of
just
the
like the
pool.
general turn taking. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, especially because
that?
combat is a like stop motion.
Yeah. So it works out.
My strength's on 11
And it's
right
an
now.
easy way to like keep track of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I only
will roll for that then.
unfortunately thought about it after like 2 or 3 moves, full moves into the
Yeah.
combat. If I'd have thought about it before, you would probably already be a good bit farther along fighting that spider.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, I will talk to you guys next time.
Alright.
And yeah, you guys too.
You too.
You too.
And
Yeah,
bye,
appreciate you
unless
guys'
there's a
time. I
very
know you guys are
crunch
all busy.
space. And yeah. It's fun though. It's fun.
Yeah.
Alright,
Ah,
Eldritch.
an Eldritch Blast.
Later.
See you guys.
Alright, see ya. Boing.
Yeah. I even rolled for it too. Yeah. Alright, and then I'll just drop her and myself over by Mime. Well, I was assessing the situation. Okay. Mm.